Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included. In the previous episode we have built this monstrosity and in between the episodes I just implemented a couple of your tips. The most useful tip I got in the comment section is that igneous rock, once it solidifies from magma, transfers the heat into the tile below. Previously we had this set up in a way so that the magma drops on an insulated tile, and of course that is absolute nonsense. So as you can see, we have almost 3000 kilograms of igneous rock, which is around 905 degrees hot at the moment. This heat is gonna get transferred into the tile below and then it's just gonna go up through the doors into our steam room. Now the problem at the moment and the reason why our steam turbines are only running at half the efficiency is we are not pumping up enough lava at a time. If we check this out, the lava is just like 6 to 8 kilogram pockets and also not all of the pipe slots are full. So we need a couple of these setups, maybe 3, in order to guarantee enough magma actually flowing into the rooms below. I also set up a little hydro sensor just to 0.1 kilograms, so whenever we have a little bit of magma, no matter the size, we are closing the vent for a little bit in order to let the new magma pass to the next vents. But definitely we should make use of the heat in the items themselves, so it's just going to be transferred up. Previously, on the insulated tiles, the entire heat of the resource was actually lost. So I'm going to take care of that off camera. Today's topic is going to be space. As you can see, I freed up most of the upper part. There is a huge building right here in the way, so I think we're going to start our space adventures at this point. What I would like to achieve first of all is actually going all the way up. So maybe we dig our way over here and we're gonna try to find how high we can actually build. You know, this might be a little bit risky, but at least this way we would only lose the ladder. And as soon as we are upstairs, we're gonna start to set up the bunker tiles and doors. I already crafted a lot of steel to be ahead of the curve, but we are definitely gonna need more. We have a little bit of a problem. Ellie, of course, got into a huge issue here. Jeez. Man, how they always manage to do that, I don't know. Geez, looks like we can actually build up fairly high. There we go. This is actually the end of the map, so we cannot build in this area. However, if we build the bunker doors right here, there's still a possibility for regolith to accumulate in 2 tiles. So this place right here is where I'm gonna have my first bunker door, and then we're just gonna continue from there. And what I also would like to have is a ladder just beneath that in order for my duplicants to navigate around. So I'm not even sure if I want to continue building this. We should just go ahead and build upstairs right there. And I think we should do a good portion of it with obsidian ladders. We have a meteor shower inbound, and of course I did not take the ladders apart correctly. Oh, guys, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, you're brave and all, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess in the beginning it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but as soon as we are safe and sound here, we shouldn't have to worry anymore. Also, that reminds me, we might have to set up a couple of bunker tiles here. Ooh, that's gonna be really costly. But man, it's our space program. It's gonna be worth it. Wow, they are actually quite frequent, these meteor showers. I had no idea. Just keep my ladders intact, please. I would appreciate that. Of course. What you gonna do? At least the obsidian needed is nearby. Actually, another thing we could do in preparation for solar panels is make molten glass. Let us craft a couple of these and see what happens. Okay, there we go. We have someone doing... Oh, wait, I want to see this. Yeah, there it is. Molten glass. And immediately we get the cold damage. Ooh, that's not good. So did we have some... Yeah, we had some molten glass immediately solidify. But some of it made it out the intended way and dropped into the water. Let's check the temperature and it should be cooling down very quickly. Yeah, check this out. Okay, that's nice. I'm not sure why the other one did that. Yeah, I mean, it's a ceramic insulated pipe. Let's see that happen again. Craft me some glass and... Ooh, okay, that is really bad. The other packets are going through no problemo. Is it because the glass forge is so cold? That wouldn't make sense, would it? To build one single solar panel, we're gonna need 200 kilograms of glass. Currently, I have 40 kilograms here and another 10 kilograms upstairs. Ah, nice. We're actually almost done here. Ah, this is great. Okay, let's check out some of the rocketry stuff. Gonna need something else first. First of all, we're gonna need a telescope in order to research the skies and actually find the planets or asteroids we want to go to. But we also need a space scanner within the automation section. You can find that. space scanner doesn't seem to have an overheat temperature, and look at that. This is, oh wow, okay, this is a much bigger radius than I anticipated. But check this out, as soon as we go up a little bit with the scanner, you can see that the range disappears. This is because this is the end of the map right there. And you can also see the 2 tiles where we weren't able to actually build something, but we can still scan there, and regolith can form there. So what I probably would like to do to save as much space as possible is build this right here. And then the regolith is going to accumulate on the top. Let me actually see what kind of overheat or melting point this has. Yeah, I probably shouldn't build it out of lead. Instead, we're gonna go with iron right there. So technically, all the regolith that is falling on top of this is gonna cool down the space scanner in case it produces some heat. And all we would have to do is mine away the regolith as quickly as possible. We'll have to see exactly how we want to do it. The only thing I already know is that one scanner is not enough. The way it functions is, the first thing we want to make sure is that you have the optimal scan quality by exposing the whole range. But after that, you also have a network quality that you can only improve having multiples of these scanners. However, you cannot have them close to each other. And also you should keep away most of the other contraptions as it is going to interfere. It, however, can scan through open bunker tiles, and it can also scan through the mesh tiles, for instance. So another possibility would be to collect the regolith on top of here and never even let it drop down. So back in the day, and I'm hoping this is still the same, 2 of these scanners gave you a perfect timing, so you detect the meteor shower just early enough to be able to close the doors in time. But yeah, I don't want to build those just yet. What I want to do is finish the bunker doors, and I think about 7 of these are gonna do the trick, right? Yeah, 7 looks about right. So in this case, we're gonna close things off on the other side and also build a ladder system. Another tip you actually gave me is that these fridges send out a signal as soon as they are full. So what I'm gonna do is set one, or let's actually set them all to 7, except one I'm gonna set to 6. And as soon as this one here is full, I wanna shut off the electric grill. That is just a great idea. It sends a green signal when full. That means we want to use a NOT gate. NOT gate goes right here, and we just shut both of these off. Let's actually just do that. Nice, it's actually coming along, and you can already see only 2 tiles can accumulate here, and then it just cuts off. So we never have to deal with a lot of regolith on top of our scanner setup. Another thing we could already do is take care of the power. Let me see, this has a high enough overheat temperature, so that's perfect. I'm gonna drag that through all of our doors. And actually all the way down to whatever system we're gonna set up for this. Oh man, I used up all my steel. I'm gonna need so much more steel. Yeah, let's make 20 more of those, and probably a couple more iron. The good thing is the meteor showers also give you a lot of raw ore and even refined ore. Well, it's not that much, but at least it's a renewable resource. Another thing we can already do is take care of the automation wire. This thing is going to send a green signal if it detects asteroids. So what we want to do is also use a NOT gate here. Of course, if we detect asteroids, we want to send a red signal to the door so they close. I'm also going to build this out of iron. This is the cheapest material I have in abundance, and it's going to do the trick. We only have to deal with temperatures of up to 300 degrees. Oh my god, Hassan. What? Okay, well, maybe that was a little bit my fault, but there you go. Whee! Oh no, he's still confined. Ah, come on guys, somebody build the ladder. Thank you. For the time being, I just built a large power transformer here at the bottom in this cold liquid, and if we go all the way up, there we go. It's just beneath my setup, but we're gonna apply some changes soon. The first space scanner is actually built, and I just see I might have to move them a little bit over. Yeah, from the looks of it, we have enough space to the right, but that would be without the ladder. So if we build them right here and just add one more bunker door, I think we should be on the safe side. So that is a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna have to take apart this wall. However, the steel is gonna drop. Let's actually build a tile. Actually, we just cancel the deconstruction of the bottom tile, and then all the steel is gonna accumulate and we can reuse it right away. So essentially what we want is move this over 1 block, like so. And then we have the bunker door, and here would be the actual tiles. Alright, there we go. We're actually almost done with the scanner section. What I would like to achieve is having the telescope beneath all of that. So we'll have to make sure we also have enough distance to the next scanner, but this is gonna go somewhere down below here. First of all, I want to hook up the power, so we'll have to wait until a couple of these cables are built. I'm gonna be right back once the action starts. Alrighty, we are back and I think we are ready to scan the skies. At the moment, the bunker doors are open. That's because everything is hooked up. We have the power, we have the automation wire, and I even expanded it by one single tile on either side in order to give us enough space for the regolith to fall down. Right in the beginning, we are going to dig up the regolith ourselves. However, soon enough, we should automate this process. Most importantly, I now have my telescope right here. So if we measure the distance between the two scanners, we can see it's about 16 tiles. I think 15 tiles are already gonna do the trick, so I might be able to put this up one more block, but this is definitely enough. If we check the distance to the telescope at the bottom, it is also 16 blocks. So it's the bottom left block that counts as the distance measurement. The telescope not only requires power, but it also requires some oxygen. So what I did is I took my overflow oxygen. Let's go down here. This is all of the oxygen that is just overflowing, and as long as I have a high enough gas pressure here, the rest of the oxygen is gonna move up. So this is gonna follow that line all the way up and over and up into my gas storage tank. If we click this, we can open up the star map. You can also do that here on the top, and there you have it. These are all the planets or asteroids we can visit. There are a whole bunch of them, but most of them we cannot reach right now. What we should do, however, is start analyzing the two closest asteroids. So let's analyze the left one here. And soon enough, a duplicant should come by. I'm actually going to put this to a priority of 7. I would imagine it's going to be our researcher. Now let's get back to these scanners. At the moment we can see the scan quality is 100%, and that is the most important thing. You get 100% scan quality on each of the scanners. No interference, nothing that blocks its sight. With each scanner at 100% quality, we get around 17% network quality, and with that we should gain enough time in order to close the doors before the first impacts. Ah, there we go. Otto, my researcher, is actually freaking doing it. Look at that with the telescope. I just love it. Okay, we're actually already done. So let's go ahead and open up the star map again, and we're gonna research this guy here next. Looks like we need to gather interstellar research data using some research modules. And here you can see what you can collect from this asteroid. We could retrieve refined carbon, coal, diamond, and 2 unknown materials. And from the looks of it, a couple of artifacts as well. Cool, I'm looking forward to this. Now, where are we gonna have our rocket? This is fairly large, about 7 tiles. Yeah, I mean, if we can, we should have our rocket set up right next to our scanner setup. I think this makes the most sense to just, make a large section of space program. And then maybe here at the bottom we can make some kind of a cooling solution that we're definitely gonna need. And if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna need a lot of steam to get things started, since we have a steam engine, which, holy cow, requires 2,000 kilograms of steel. Yeah, I guess we just gotta keep on researching. So 7 tiles, I guess 2 bunker doors are gonna do the trick. I guess we actually are going to need a little bit more space. And there's also the gantry that we have to include. Let me think about this a little bit more so I don't have to rearrange everything again. Looks like the first 2 asteroids are not much different, but we need to visit both in order to get all of the research points. But let's just keep analyzing all of the asteroids one after another. Now it really depends how many modules you want to attach to your rocket, but I think I just want to start at the level where we have our telescope at the moment, so that would be right here. And then we're just gonna add a couple of these research modules and at the end a command capsule, and we should be good to start producing the fuel for it. And I think also right here we might want to go with bunker tiles as a foundation for our rocket silo. We are then going to have some ladders right here, and every 5 blocks we can have more ladders in order to make the building of the modules possible. We actually have a meteor shower inbound. I missed it, but fortunately enough my scanners didn't miss it. The doors are closed. I'm really glad. This is gonna make things so much easier. There it is, the steam engine, hooray! And obviously it has a gas input for the steam. Actually, the nice thing about building in space is that you already have a vacuum everywhere. So it's gonna be really easy to make this a steam turbine room, and then down here we're gonna have a couple of aqua tuners. We could also use the regolith, of course, or a combination of the 2 methods. I also added an insulated layer right here, just in case the tiles at the bottom of the rocket are getting really hot. So I think what I would like to do is have 2 aqua tuners in this room, evenly distributed. And then we're also gonna have 2 steam engines, just like that. And this time, another tip you gave me, instead of pumping in hydrogen, what we are gonna do is actually use a layer of water, which is much easier maintainable. This even means we can add a door rather than having to wall it off. Actually, in this case, I'm gonna move them slightly so we can have a stopper block for the liquid. Here we probably also want to drop some liquid, but this is one I want to wall off, and from the other side we're gonna have the access for the time being. Also, another very, very important thing, under utilities you find the drywall. Even water would evaporate into space if you didn't have them. And I think I'm just gonna make them out of the material I have in abundance, which is igneous rock. So all of this steam room we want to tile out with this material. And then as for the steam turbine room, we want to do at least the bottom so the liquid can be contained. By the way, these 2 aqua tuners are gonna take care of everything we need to cool down in the near future in the space region. But in the beginning we're gonna use it in order to heat up enough steam to get to our steam engine right there. Okay, I'm gonna grind for some more material. It's 200 kilograms per research module, and there is still a bunch of tiles I need to do here as well. So a whole bunch of steel craft still to do, but I'm gonna be right back as soon as we are a little bit further in the progression here. And we are back. I think we are now ready to start using the steam room in order to create the steam for the rocket. What I did here is additionally to the aqua tuners, because at the moment we don't really have anything to cool down much, and therefore they might not be able to heat up all of the water into steam. So I decided to make the hybrid system just as I announced, and there we go. This is the route the items are gonna take on the rail before we dump them into the room. I thought in order to get this started, what we could do is just sweep everything here, not manual use. I'm gonna use the auto sweeper here, and on the top I actually placed an automatic dispenser. So what we're gonna do is all sweep only, and we're gonna leave it at the priority of 5. Let's actually do 6 because I have another one at 5. And so as soon as we start sweeping up all of this stuff, we're just gonna put it in here. It's gonna be very quick and it's gonna drop all the way down. Oh, actually it doesn't. I need to do this right here. Yeah, this is looking into the wrong direction. Whoops. But you get the basic gist. This is how we are gonna get the items. I also would like to drop a little bit of petroleum right here in order to cool things down. Now, as for the rocket, I recommend you to check out a website. Just Google oxygen not included rocket calculator. It's gonna be the first link. And what you will see is this website. We have a steam engine. We have 6 research modules. We want to go a distance of 10,000 kilometers, and we have nothing else but a command module. This means we are going to need 719 kilograms of steam in order to accomplish that. I don't know how else you would know that, but there you go. Clicking the steam engine, we can actually limit how much steam we want to take, and you can already see the maximum is 900 kilograms, so we will not get to the second tier of asteroids with this steam engine. Let's set this to 750. I just want to have a little safety margin there. And I guess right now it's time to heat up the steam to the appropriate temperature, which should be around 120 degrees just to be sure. Now I can also do some sweep action, and that is going to help us out a lot. Look at that stuff. It's almost 300 degrees. Let's also make sure we don't go back into that room. I'm just gonna go ahead and lock it. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Hot regolith and everything. Okay, it's also time to enable the aqua tuners. Let me see, I just need to do that. And hold on, I also need to revert these sensors. We are running petroleum in the loop. If you check this out, this is my petroleum loop. At the moment it's a nonsensical loop because we don't even need the steam turbines. But I've already brought it here, so we have it set, and then once we need to actually cool stuff down, we can use this loop. That seems to be working nicely. We don't have any steam just yet. Okay, I need to be patient. I have a lot of water in here. But the cooling for the steam turbines is definitely working, so that's much easier than using hydrogen. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Of course, the item loop only really helps once we have the steam, so yeah, that's gonna take a while. Okay guys, I might have to cut this episode a little bit short. I think I want to make 2 parts out of it, mostly because I'm running out of time. I have to go to bed right now. And so it will be this or no episode at all, but I think this is a rather good cliffhanger, so in the next episode at the beginning we can launch the rocket. But I still would like to at least finish that. We are already at 75 degrees, so soon enough we're gonna have our steam. Within the launch conditions we have actually everything fulfilled. I had to make an extra Atmos suit, and we will also have to assign an astronaut and choose a destination, but I'm gonna do that once we launch. 85 degrees, oh man, it's taking forever. There we go, we're almost there. Come on, steam, come to papa. Alright, sweet, we have our first steam, guys. Not quite hot enough just yet, but we're getting there. Yay, there we go. All the water has been converted into steam. Well, almost all the water, so that means we're now gonna accumulate a little bit more heat, and at around 120 degrees I want to start pumping it out. There we go, we have reached the mark of 120 degrees, perfect. So let's cut this off, and I also want to reverse the sensors so nothing is gonna heat up anymore, and hopefully because we have everything insulated, we're also not gonna lose any heat. Let's go ahead and enable the pump. Lovely jovely. And we're starting to fill up the steam engine. I have the feeling I should have used 2 gas pumps. 750 kilograms is quite a tall order. But we lose almost no heat on the way to the rocket, so that is good. Also, inside of the rocket, we don't seem to lose heat, at least not that quickly. Great, so I'm gonna start and fill this up in between the episodes so that at the beginning of the next one we are ready to launch the rocket. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.